All right. Continuing the 22 greatest 49ers of 49er history, I am going to add to the list the current and reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Congratulations, Nick Bosa. Well deserved. 5 years, $170 million, $122 million guaranteed, making him the $34 million a year annual average per year salary, makes him the highest paid defensive player. It makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL, but also the highest paid defensive player in NFL history. But Nick, he deserves it, man. Nick has been a pure beast since the moment that we drafted him. He's just a pass rusher. They said that was tripping. Called the penalty, oh my God, but it's okay. The 18 and a half sacks last year speak volumes. I love the shrug. I'm just that good. He does the Michael Jordan. I can't help myself. I'm just better than everybody I play. I have nothing but accolades to pour on Nick Bosa. I was a little disappointed that it took this long to re-sign the Defensive Player of the Year. I know that it was a big bag to give up, and we always are people saying, well, the 49ers are cheap. No. If you ball out for the Niners, you will get paid. Currently they have Fred Warner. I think he's the highest paid middle linebacker in the game. Nick Bosa is the highest paid non-quarterback defender in the game. Trent Williams was the highest paid left tackle in football. Who else? Deebo Samuel has a great contract that has him in the top 5 far as money made for receivers. So, the highlights are telling the story. He's relentless. He is a go-getter. His explosion, the 49ers have a stat called GTO or GTFO. Get the F off, right? So that basically just is the time that it takes you to get out of your stance and to get into the backfield. And if you look at Nick Bosa, he plays like a track star. If you look at his stance, it looks like he's a track star about to explode out of his stance. And every time he shoots up the field, these offensive linemen are terrified. Look at him. He goes right past the guy. And look, Hufungus doing the shoulder shrug celebration. But just to go back and look at how he dominated, he deserves every bit of the $34 million per year. He deserves the $122 million guaranteed a year, $170 over 5 years. Congratulations, Nick Bosa. If we didn't have him, which we had that one season he got hurt, and we kind of got to see what life was like without Nick Bosa, it was a terrible season. Excuse me. We ended up with like a top pick in the draft. Didn't draft well with that pick, if I remember correctly. But we don't want to be back at the top of the draft. The top of the draft is where the losers hang out at. And unfortunately, for the rest of the league, my San Francisco 49ers are not the losers. Look at Nick. Not just getting the sack. Not just getting the sack here, but the awareness to strip the ball out. Dre Greenlaw picked that thing up and ran it back for a touchdown. Oh, Tom Brady, come here. It's St. Nick. I got a sack of gifts for everybody. I just love the way he plays. Some people may say, well, he's on the 49ers all-time greatest list. Yes, you name me another defensive end that the 49ers have had in the history of the 49ers that projects, I understand it's a projection, but if he continues to do what he's been doing, around 18 sacks a year, yeah, we haven't had nobody like that. I think Charles Haley will be in that category with him. Alden Smith was very good in a short sample size, but did not do it consistently. You could just go down the list of pass rushers that we've had. We've had some great ones, Fred Dean and all of them. And I'll just put Nick's numbers up against all of theirs, and I would dare say that he would be better. We haven't won the ship yet, but it's not for lack of trying. 3 NFC championship games and a Super Bowl. And in the Super Bowl, I mean, they literally undressed him and they didn't call any holding. So I don't think that was his fault. We didn't win that game. Excuse me. So, Nick Bosa, I did 1 through 4. To recap for the people who didn't see 1 through 4,